What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net, coming at you live from my craft room here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as I do Monday through Friday, bringing you journal content and videos. I apologize that I wasn't live yesterday. I think my allergies got out of control, and my sinus was like so blocked up, and it like gave me a headache all day, and I really couldn't even like think. I couldn't even think straight. So I apologize for not going live yesterday, but that's pretty much why. I'm gonna go ahead and iron out this strip right here so it's not so wrinkly. So I apologize for that, but I could not think. It took me forever to do a couple simple things. Hi, Miss Patricia, how are you? I have my iron set off to the side here. So let me just give that a quick press here. This is not hot enough. Okay. So I have a bunch of scraps. It's 1 in the morning. You need a rest. Just stop. No apology necessary. No, I'm good. I'm good today. Yesterday, though, like I said yesterday, I could not think straight. It was very difficult to think straight yesterday. And so I was like, there's no way I could go live. Like, no way at all I could go live right now. So I didn't. Okay, so we're going to make scrappy patchwork right now. I have a bunch of strips right here. I have other different sizes and stuff too. Hi, Miss Vanessa, how are you? Hello, hello. Okay, so I thought my iron station was close enough, but it's not. Get it a little bit closer. Even today, I've been a little slow. Like, it's taking me forever to finish up my signatures for my other my string quilt patch covers. I'm going to sew these together here. If you have big strips, you can start with big strips like this first. Okay, and I'll lay those together. I got my sewing machine set to regular settings for straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam. I'm using a very, very light pink thread because I'm out of white and beige, so light pink it is. Oh my god, it felt like yesterday I felt like I had a balloon in my head. Like I just felt like I had a bunch of like air. I couldn't not think correctly. I was very congested. I spent most of the day sleeping. Most of the day I was sleeping. But I've been watching videos of people making scrappy quilts. And I was very inspired. So I'm like, you know what? I have a bunch of fabric I need to get through. A bunch of strips I need to get through. Get back to it's like blocking my chat. 1 second. This Windows notifications blocking my chat. Now I can't see. Okay, now I can see it. Okay, we're good. Oh my gosh. I felt much better today. Still kind of in a haze, but and now I have this like weird pain on my abdomen. I'm just all messed up right now, guys. I am all messed up. And of course, here we are sewing the right sides together of the fabric. And, let me iron this out so I'll just cut it off now. Cut this off. Let me iron this open. Oh my goodness. Make sure it's nice and open. And also gotta make sure I don't burn my hand. Okay, so now that we have this nice strip here, what we can do, I'm wondering if I'm going to want to make this one kind of like a jagged. It would be kind of different for me to make them like all jagged and stuff. Normally I make everything nice and square. Yeah, I probably do still sound nasal. But I'm feeling much better. You know what happened is I was not taking... We're going to make this kind of a weird quilt here, but it's going to be fun. I had not been taking my allergy pill, honestly. And it just didn't go good for me. It was not good for me. So I've been taking my allergy pills, and you know what? I'm good. I am good. I am good. This is kind of weird here, but you know what? I think it's gonna look cute. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let me cut this one in half here. I am still kind of doing straight edge, but we're gonna kind of do a crazy looking quilt. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of crazy thing. Let's sew everything to this strip now. Let me iron this out in a second. I do not have my scraps ironed. I see a lot of people have their scraps like in inches, like 4-inch, 5-inch, and I'm just like, how do you do that? Okay, so now I got this long strip here. Well, actually, there's 2 strips there, so I'll just grab one. I got one long strip here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start sewing these pieces here at a weird angle. Gonna be a little bit, we're gonna get a little weird with this one. I normally don't do this, to be honest. I normally do nice square patchworks, but you know what? Why not? It's a little weird. Just get a little focus. Okay. And then let's see what else I have. Look, see, I already have this little patch right here. This is perfect. It's just in my stash. I don't even know what this is from. But this would go great right here. That would look very cute. Well, I guess I should have done all these first, these weird strips first. Hang on. Cut this off here. And I've got this weird patch here going on. I'm just going to iron that over there. Okay, let me find other strips I can attach these to so that way they're not all attached to like the same fabric. And this is kind of big here too. I want small. I want to make big strips look like I did, you know, did them with small. So let's see how we can cut this. So that way I get some of everything in a little patch. And a little bit bigger than that. That. And this can turn into this right here. We have this right here. Okay, that's interesting. We still have some of this. I don't want to add this yet because I still have some of this. So let's keep it moving until we find something else. Okay, I have this strip right here. Oops, y'all. You know it's not a daisy show unless I hit the camera. A little bit, just a little bit. I have this nice long strip here. I'm going to cut it though. I just have just a tiny bit real quick. When do people find time to iron their scraps? I don't know, but some people do, and I'm jealous of them. Okay, so let's sew some of these to this. Got this right here. We'll add that right here. And I'll find another strip to lay down. Hang on. Why is my sewing machine? Sometimes it eats up these tiny little points. And of course, like anything I do, it doesn't really matter if your seam is straight or not. It's fine. Let's see, what do I have here? I have this scarf right here. Let me find this out. So this strip over here. I don't really have odd shaped fabric. Everything I do is kind of squared off in some way. So that strip to that strip. And do I have this pretty? This is pretty. This is pretty. Okay, I have this beautiful fabric here. I'll attach right here. What's everybody saying? I took Pfizer and yes, I've been struggling with bed too. Today's the first day of the new moon. Yeah, when I took my J&J, I had a rough time that day. My mom took a Pfizer. Right here, there's a little corner, so I want to touch. Do I want to touch this here? Yeah, okay, why not? We'll attach this here. My mom took Pfizer. She had a hard time too for a day. My dad took Pfizer. He had no problems either day. My mom had a hard time both days. You know, well, both shots. My husband was fine. Only me and my mom kind of suffered a little bit. Okay, so let's get these all ironed open. So let's second them off to my little side table here, which I've turned into my ironing board. Okay. This right here, let's just cut it in half already. And this is going to be fun. I've never done like a wacky scrappy quilt. I've always done like nice little square patchworks, you know? So this will be interesting. This will be real interesting. And I've been watching people do, like, they make these little scrappy pieces, and then they'll use that to make different types of quilts. So now I'm kind of interested in that as well. There's so much to think about and do in quilting, and I love it. Although I don't go the ultimate step and actually quilt. Okay, so let's cut these up to weird pieces here. Right here, I need a piece that's about this long. So let's cut that up. So that way I have something to match this one here in a weird little funky way. Let me just put these together so I remember. We have this right here. We could put this together with this. That'd be interesting. That would be kind of interesting, huh? This piece is too big, though. I gotta cut this, so I don't want to do that yet. I'm thinking about it, though. I'm like, I could cut this part right here, and this part could be warm. Let's see. Let's just do that. This one just works out perfectly. That one there. Let me sew those together, and let me square this off here so it's nice and straight. I have a nice little straight corner there. Okay. Let me sew these together. Excuse me. I'm wondering if people who use the kits from Daisy Shop, perhaps they could put which ones. Yeah, my shop is a little bit big. I have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try and possibly like rearrange my shop to make it a little bit easier to find things. We shall see. But if you need anything specific, maybe let me know, or you can ask people. Try and help. You can post it in my Facebook group. Let's sew these together here. Just keeping everything kind of together as much as I can. Okay, let me iron these apart. Again, this is new to me because I normally don't make them all kind of weird shapes like this. They're not like, my patchworks are never like perfectly squared, but they are, you know, squares and rectangles. So this is quite interesting to me. Quite new at this. Cutting off these little points here. We have all these weird little. We're getting there. We're getting to something. Okay, we're getting to something. Let's see this right here. Okay, this has the fabric that I've been using though, so I don't want to use that yet. Don't want to use this one yet, but let's see what we can do with this one. Where we can cut it up where it'll fit with this one right here in particular. Make that interesting here. Back this up before I cut it. Okay, so this piece and this piece we'll put together. Just make sure I add that to the pile. These two could go together. That'd be interesting. I'm just trying not to add the same fabrics next to each other. That's the only thing I'm keeping an eye on. Let's do these two here. Ooh, that didn't sound right, did it? I'm telling you, I don't know what it is with my sewing machine right now, but it like wants to eat up the tiniest little corner of whatever it is that I'm sewing. Oops, I just flung that. Okay. Let me see if I can do it again. There we go. And there we go. fabric's kind of separated there, but that's okay. I'll live. The little edge is not perfect, but it is kind of like a little crumb quilt. Angie, hi Angie. Visiting from Tasmania. Hi, from Australia. Very cool. Hi. There we go. Just cut these up here. We iron this. Look how cool that looks. It's pretty interesting. They're going to get even more interesting once I start piecing these together. Let me iron that, otherwise I will forget. Very interesting. Of course, these are just my scraps, so if I mess up, I mess up. There's really no messing up, I guess, though. That's why I only do scrap quilts. I don't do anything that needs to come to a point or anything. Though I am considering some techniques, working on some techniques that do require me to actually like measure and stuff. But that's in the future. Those are future plans. That's future Daisy's problem. Okay, let me just square this off here. This might be kind of an extra step, but I just want to do it. It's just going to make me feel better about myself, okay? Okay. So now I got these pieces here, and they're kind of, they're looking a little funky, but I think that's the point. This out here. I just like to visually see it looking nice and straight, and that makes me feel better. Cut off this little bit. This piece is too big to start with. And I'm going to even this out here so I have like some kind of straight lines to work with. Okay, it's getting really weird around here. Okay. Okay. We got these. I'm going to put these off to the side. Now I have this to deal with here. And this has different fabrics than, say, this one right here. So we can kind of cut it and piece it together here somehow. Maybe right here would be interesting for it. So let's sew this onto here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sew this onto here. Maybe I should do it this way. No. I want these to be a little funkier. Hang on, I'm trying to think and not think at the same time. Because crumb quilt is supposed to be, you know, just having a little bit of fun. We just cut these up in kind of a funky way. Just like nice and funky. Okay. Okay, again, I'm new to this too. To this technique here. I don't like that. I don't like it. Oh wait, I think that's the same fabric. Okay, let's work. Oh, right, there's this. There's this, I could put this here. That's cool, and then I can cut it in different ways. Let's do this. Hang on. We get more little patches, and then we can start mixing them together. We sew this onto here. To right here. Actually, Actually, I should have been working on the strips. Hang on. I have like 1,000 ideas in my brain. Forgive me. Oh, here's a strip right here. Let's just sew strips together for now, so I can get a nice variation. Fabrics going here. Scraps make the greatest things right. I understand what you're saying, Cheryl. Maybe I can figure something out. Okay, so let's sew a couple strips together. Let's see, what other fabric have I not used? Here's a strip of something. Here's this strip. Yeah, I have been considering what am I going to do with my scraps, you know? What am I going to really do? I like to try all sorts of different things. And again, with scraps, there's no fear because it's just scraps. Although I use a bedsheet fabric, so it's pretty plentiful. You know what I need? I need to buy some whitish, kind of quiet background with white, mute, patterned fabrics. That's what I want to try this technique where you make stars out of your little scraps. So, make a couple more strips. Strip sets. I'm gonna differentiate here from the strips and bigger pieces. It's a pretty nice size strip here. Scrap strip. I want that though. Maybe I can cut this a little bit. Nothing has to be straight, so that's good enough. So there's that strip. Let's see what else we have. We have random pieces that I can sew onto this one. Let's just do that. Let's just sew most pieces to this one. We'll get a little patchwork, so we'll see what we can do with that too. I really should have been keeping better care of my scraps. Like after every project, I really should sew my scraps in. Let's find another little piece. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Right, forgot I have those. Forgot about that. Oh, here's a pink strip. That's fun. Let's just sew that onto this right here. One strip is longer than the other, but that's okay. Stops right here, and then we have that, and then we have this. called a crazy quilt. Oh, darling, thank you for the tip on the thread. I've been sewing since 10. I can't believe how much I get. Right? That is a good deal, huh? Yup. Yup. I love it. Then I feel like I have all the scraps, and then I go to my stash, and it's like, well, I only have these colors. But then you always find a magical stash somewhere else a day later. Forgot about these little edges here. It is, again, I use bedsheet fabric, so this is kind of like the edge of it. So you can start with little scraps, or you can start with big scraps and make them little, which is also fun to do. Let me sew these together here. And then we can get started on making some more weird little bundles. I'm not quite sure what is up with autocorrect Daisy, the last comment. I read it fine, we're good. The thing with scrap quilting is it never really looks like you got a lot done. It never looks like you got a lot. Because you're like, oh, I did all this, and then all you have is like this little square. But it's still fun. I'm just trying to see if I have any pieces that'll match up with this, but I don't think so. We'll just keep going. Get a little scrap to put there at the end. This one's beautiful. Let's see if this is this too big. It's a little bit too big. Hang on. Ooh, I love this fabric right here. We'll use that next for sure. Here's the story. Maybe this is not enough. I don't know. If it's too big, we'll just cut it down. It's all good. Is it the right side? Fabric is that the right side? I think this is the right side. Okay. Got some strips here. We'll cut these apart. I have my sewing machine here on this little, I had somebody ask me before. I have my sewing machine on this felt, it's kind of a mess right now, but it's this felt pad that I sewed on, and this is actually quilted material right here. I think it must have been like a quilted tabletop or something, because it was not a blanket size. But anyways, I just cut them to size and then stitched all the way around. And the felt, it's probably all that you need is the felt material. But the felt material allows my sewing machine to kind of move around where I need it to be, because sometimes I need to be farther away so I can cut. I need to be closer so I can sew. And so that is what that is. If you notice me sliding my sewing machine around. That's why. Okay, let's make a couple more strips here before I bother doing anything else. Okay, we got this here. I'm going to put this orange strip on it. I love this black fabric. It's so beautiful. I love it. Okay. Sewing right sides together of this. Okay, good. And then I might get another strip and finish that one off. almost forgot about my tea. Oh, it's cold already. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find some different fabric. Oh, here's some different fabric. Just quickly iron it out here. This is new. Okay. Let's finish this off right here. Stop right there because we've run out of fabric on this block one. Okay, so now the fun continues with this strip right here. Here in Tasmania, we have no COVID cases, but a few of our other states are in lockdown. It's winter here and it's been cold and wet. Cold and wet. Oh no. It's been very hot and dry here. Hot and dry. Let's see, what else do I have? I have this strip right here. Some bits are white, but that's okay. Go ahead and iron. This is the one strip. The one fabric. Okay, I like fabrics that have really, really close patterns like this right here where it's a bunch of white space. I'm kind of like, because I need more white fabric, but normally I don't like to have white fabric. Normally I like all pattern fabric. Now I see I need some white fabric. Lightly patterned. Right now, I guess I'll have to forgive it. I will have to forgive it. Let me find another strip there to finish that off. Of course, I'm trying to look for different fabrics I haven't used before, but sometimes you run out of those. Let's see. This. We can make a strip out of this right here. And just iron it real quick. Just gonna take this up into a couple of strips. Since I don't actually quilt, I don't have much of a need for large pieces of fabric. So normally I like pretty small pieces because that shows off more fabric, on your cover. It makes it a little bit more fun, but whatever. Let's do this right here. Scratch my arm a little bit. Okay, let's do this here. Okay, and I stop once I'm out of strip here. There's that. This is just a good way to pass time. Gotta pass the time somehow, and you know what? This is fun. Officially, it is fun. Okay, so let me see if I have some more of this purple fabric here. Iron this. Okay. Now we will sew these two together. Again, first I want to do a bunch of strip sets, and then we'll cut those up into different pieces for the other ones we've already done. Let's sew this together. Gotta do a little bit of scrap management over here, you know. Got way too much scraps. Go. Nice strip. And let's see what we can put together now. Now we have a couple of different fabrics. Let me iron these open. Just 1 moment. Thank you, Miss Patricia. This is fun. Most people, you know, they have an assortment of fabrics. I honestly just have a bunch of florals. I just have a bunch of florals. I'm kind of a floral addict here, if you will. But I have to learn, I really do have to learn that I do need some more non-floral fabrics. I guess somebody said. Just quickly ironing them open here. I don't mind the ironing, it's relaxing and might need, and you could, like I said, you could do this with every project that you do, and build blocks from there, or you can be like me and leave it all for one day when you're extremely bored and you don't know what else to do. Hopefully tomorrow I will be back working on my current patchwork junk journals that I'm doing, the string quilt patchworks that I have. I have to sew the trim on 3 of them, I think is all I have left. That's what I have left to do. So the trim, and then what we have to do next is we need to make the inside covers, because I have not done that. I usually would have gotten that done by now, but I just have not. I have not done that. But I think I sewed this to the opposite of the fabric. Oops. It happens sometimes. But I will survive. It smells burnt. I think it's just my iron on the fabric. Okay, we got a couple more to open up. And we can see how we can put all these pieces together if we can. Okay, this is a crazy quilting is a very kind of a slow process. I'm not gonna lie, but everything I do on my channel here is kind of slow. It's a not 1 day project, unless this is what you want to do all day, which is cool too. Okay, one more and I gotta open it up, and then we can see what we can match up from the previous things we did. Okay. You see these little weird blocks here I've been building. Okay. Got this here. And this could go well with this right here. I'm kind of going to cut out a piece specifically for each one of these. So this will go with this one right here. Let me just sew that together. Oops. My piece kind of moved. it hit. Okay. Of course, nothing has to be perfect, so I'm not really worried about it. There we go. Hi, Miss Letitia. How you been, girl? I hope you've been well. So we are just building these weird little blocks here. Just cut out these little corners. Okay, so there's that one. Looking very funky. Okay, let's see what else is next. This piece right here. Let's see what we have. We have this right here. That could go interestingly together. Sew this and then I'll choose where to cut it. One moment. Okay, let's cut. Let's iron this part here. Okay, this one's looking nice. Let's say I want it to be done. Let's just square this off here. So it's nice and straight all the way. Of course, this can be used for something else, right? Oh, I'm gonna cut it off right now. It's kind of too funky. There we go, we got this. Then we could square this off here as well. I've got this like little triangle situation going on here. Okay. So I think that's fine for now. That's okay. This will work for now. And what we could do, I'm just going to put this one off to the side. These are going to be so funky. Like the funkiest little pieces here. Okay, this little piece right here would be perfect for this. I'm not trying to match anything up. This is a little piece right here. This is going to be very cool. It's just going to be so, this is fun, but this is going to be crazy to like put my little accent stitches on it, you know, my little fancy stitches. It's gonna take me like 3 hours for color. This will be fun. I think. I think it's gonna be fun. Okay. So now that I've got that weird thing put together like that, this could go well together right here. So that'd be interesting. Let's put these together. Funky little one. Let me iron it. You know what I've decided I needed for when I'm doing this kind of project and I'm just needing to iron this out? I think I'm going to buy a little iron. They have little handheld irons at Walmart. I think that's what I'm going to need. I think. Okay, so let's see. This is a fabric here. That would go interesting there, except I just hate that this is so large right here. I really don't like that. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this in like half or something. It's just too weird. That could be something. Though I would kind of like it to be this full length here. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe with one of these, we can make it the whole length. Yeah. I'm gonna put this one to the side. Let's not do that. Let's see what we got. We got this right here. This would be good right here. Let's see, let's cut this right here. Let's sew this to this weird strip right here. I'm just doing weird things right now, but that's okay. I'm having fun. I'm just like, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we like. Hold on, let me iron this. We'll cut it up to maybe we'll say here. So we got this funky little corner right here. And this might be, no, I need it to be a little bit, well, actually it could fit there. It could. Let's iron this. Well, let's sew this, I should say, not iron. Oh my God, iron. I'm picking the lowest point right here to square up with the rest of this patchwork here. And I'm going to sew along this line here. This is turning into something. Do here is we'll square this up. And then iron that apart. Just a bunch of patchworks. Okay, something. we have done something. Officially. Okay, we've officially done something. And then this one will make like this. Sew it. Hang on, let me even this out here. Because I can't visualize it right now. This was even. Then I could look at it. Kind of think about what we could do here. Let's see. What could we do? I could cut this whole thing. Well, let me see. Hang on. I was gonna. Oh, it's too small to cut still. I still need to do more. So this is so I can cut it up. I was thinking of I was gonna do 5-inch squares or 5.5-inch squares because these are always half. Well, this is actually 6, so it's okay, 6.5 by 6.5. 6 by 6. So it'd be 5.5 by 5.5. Okay, that's fine. I was thinking of cutting it out with this, but I still need to do way more. Okay. So I'm thinking, how can I use this here? No. If we sew these together here, though. Cut off a piece of that. Let me put this off to the side now. I've thought about that enough. Okay, one minute, let's see. We got this piece right here. Could certainly sew that piece on, I guess. Just trying to think about sew that together. So I want it to be this way. So oh wait, that's too much white right here. Okay, that's too much white. What am I thinking? Oh, this would go good here. This could go together with this piece right here. Let's see. It's like a puzzle. Yeah, it is a puzzle. It certainly is. It certainly is like a puzzle. So we iron that open. It is quite the puzzle. I kind of want these to be, like I said, I want these to be crazy. So that's why I'm kind of like, I've never really paid attention. Like everything's usually squared off for me. So this is very new to me right here. Square this off a little bit so I can think a little bit more. All those jagged edges, they confuse me. Let's sew this right here. This is kind of a funky way to do it, but I'm doing it. I'm just having some fun with my scraps. Now I can cut all this off here because I don't need this fabric. This whole thing here. We got this whole mess right here. Okay. We're working it out here, okay? We are doing something, I think. I think we're doing something. I'm pretty sure something is happening. How should I cut this here? So a nice straight point there, and I can look at something else. That could, well, that's too many of these fabrics together right there. I don't like that. I don't like it. That would go okay right there. Sew this together. Maybe I could have one 6 by 6 block to show for my hour here. So I went ahead and did that. I made that decision. Let me open this up here. Oh, this is real funky, but I kind of like it. Real funky like that. Kind of looks like a stained glass window or something. I don't know. I need a little bit of a bigger ruler here. We're gonna square this off. So I have a nice clean corner there, a nice edge. And here too, we want a nice. Do I want to do that? It's kind of cutting off a lot, but I do need it to be kind of straight. Let's square it off here. Oops, I could have moved it, but you know what? Oh God. I moved it and I missed the lowest point. Okay. There we go. Here we go. We got something. Something is happening. Okay, trust. You gotta trust that something is happening. Gotta have faith. Okay. Let's see here. See, this piece almost covers it. Almost covers it. Almost. Almost. So that's good. That's good to know. You know what? I think I could get 1 6-inch. Well, no, it's gonna make it a tiny bit smaller there. But we are working on it. Let's do it. I'm just gonna do it because I have a nice amount of fabric variation there, and I'm happy with it. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna try to sew it together. Let's just see what happens. Okay. Here's this little piece right there. We iron that apart. Okay, it's looking like something. Let's just continue this right here. Squaring it. Excuse me, but it looks like we have something going on. You know, there's something happening here. Something. Okay, let's continue. We got this right here, and this piece. We'll have to put with this piece right here somehow. Let's sew that on like this right now. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We're experimenting here with our fabric scraps. Best way to test things out is with your scraps. Thank you, Miss Patricia. You see how we started off with big strips and then you make it look like you used little pieces? I think that's the idea here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me cut this off here. We got this big little piece right here, this funky little piece. Let me iron this. This one's going to be a little funky too, but that's okay. That's what we want. Oh yeah. That's a little funky. Okay. Let's see what else we have that might, if we have anything at all. We could almost do it, almost, but not entirely. Well, I guess we could. That's too close though. Maybe like that. That would be interesting. This is going all sorts of crazy. This is very funky for me. I'm just having fun right now. I'm just trying to have some fun. Let's go. Let's sew this together here. Okay, so let's see how that looks in the iron this. I'm like building a spider web or something. I don't even know. Let's try it. I don't know what this is turning into, but I'm kind of liking it. It's just going in all sorts of different directions. And again, all the patchworks are kind of like oddly shaped, and I oddly love it. But also makes me nervous. Okay. Let's do something else here. Got all these weird little pieces we gotta do something with still. Okay, and then we have these strips here we still gotta do something else too. Okay, so let's finish this one off here. What can we do? We can add this across here. Let me spray this off here. That's too much though. I don't want to cut all this off. Because this little piece right here is fun. So I don't know if I want to do that. I'm going to sew these together and we'll just cut off a little strip of it. A little strip in a moment. Thank you, Miss Patricia. Always too kind. I wanted this to be funky, and you know what? It is funky. It's very funky. And somebody asked me if I was ever going to, make blankets. I have never made a quilt. I really wouldn't even know what to do about quilt making. I would have no idea what to do. I've only looked up how to do the patchworks. I've never actually looked up the rest of the steps. I've never looked up the rest of the steps ever. Okay. So now we got this, right? Okay, we got this. Let me put this aside. We work with more of the little triangles here that I made. Let's see, how is this? Is this not going to work here? This is a little long, huh? Huh, that one's interesting. Let's see. We'll sew it right here. This. is that the length of the strip is the same as here. I have this piece left. Let me iron this. I'll cut this down. I don't want it to be that big. Just kind of square it up a bit, as much as this can be squared up. Everything's kind of topsy-turvy over here. Very topsy-turvy. There's too many seams there, too many seams. Okay, so that's done. This is done. Let's see what else we can do. See, this could go right here. That'd be interesting. Let's do that. Here and here, we square this off. Here, just check that I set there and there. It needs like another little piece up here, so it can be like a little bit taller. If I could add a little piece here, that would be great. We could really have this like a two-piece kind of situation. We could do this, and then I don't care about this white fabric because it's like whatever. Let's sew this together. Iron it. Seam it all sorts of weird. Okay. Okay. Get a straight edge here. And straight edge here. Nope, that looks good like that. Let's sew this together. This funkiness. Okay. There's crazy amounts of seams here. So crazy. Can't lose the little, right? Okay, let me iron that out. Okay, that was a little funky. See if we can together. That was something else. All right. Do need it to be a little bit taller. Whew. This is a lot of work, but you know what? This looks so cute. All kind of like random and weird and stuff. I kind of love it. It's just such a like trim this out. I really do. It's going to be so weird if I don't. There we go. Now if I could just, I need a nice other long piece so I can square this off here. Okay, but you know what? We're making progress. We got one nice big piece there. That looks good. Let's keep going because I still have some strips over here. Over here. Okay, so here. There's already another black piece. I have another black piece. Here is that. And then this could go right there. So let's go. Did I not sew any of that? Okay, I did. It just popped off again. Okay, cool. Now, this is literally a never-ending journey, depending on how many scraps you have. I have too many scraps to go through in one video, I think. This off right here. Let's iron that. Okay. So now I'm going to cut off just a nice chunk here so it's nice and square. At least I have this nice long line. That's what I missed. Okay. So now we have this nice funky little piece. We could put it together with this actually. Actually, we could. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Sew these two together. Okay. Let's see. There's a lot of seams right here. It's very bulky right here. Oh my goodness. How is this even going to work? My thread already popped off. Hang on, we're going through a lot of fabric here. So it's getting a little tricky here. Of course, I'm using cheap thread, so it does kind of, I've used the better thread too, and it still pops off. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. But again, we have a lot of seams there, so let's just go a little bit slow here. There's a lot to sew through there. Okay, I'm home free. Okay, let me iron this. This looks crazy. Crazy. It looks crazy. It looks kind of crazy. Just cut this part off here so this is nice and even. Okay. Is this big enough for this yet? Not yet. We need to add more. We need to add more to it. I added this, but that's, you see how this is all matching up now? I don't like it, so it cannot match up. Cannot have none of this fabric here, so it might be a project for another time. When I get this finished up, this is just crazy looking. There's so many seams here. It's kind of, it's a little out of control. Okay. So let's see what else we can do. Aside. These are all the little pieces I've cut off of other pieces. Just trying to see if this matches with anything. It's too close together. There's too many fabrics that are close together. This could be cool right here. Let's put that together. I could sit here and work on this all day. And probably not make a dent in my scraps. I do sometimes sell my scraps because it can just get to me so much. And my sewing machine is not happy right now, and I don't know why. Seam over here. Let's see what happened. Okay. I don't know what happened. It got pulled off to the side somehow, and all this. Oh goodness. I'm just gonna rip it. Hang on, because now this has become this, and this has become that. And that's what we're dealing with here. Sew that together. Again, let's try again. Yeah, my sewing machine is, it's just being weird. Well, really, he is like upside down up against the wall. He is so fun. Why are you so weird, Boo? He's like, leave me alone. I'm asleep. One moment. Let me get back. Back here. Am I the only one that has like 10,000 different scissors? I really do have like 10,000 different scissors. Little scissors, big scissors, fabric scissors, paper scissors. Scissors everywhere. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, we are in that. Okay. This is what we have here. And put that off to the side for now. I don't know what to do with it. We have this little piece. Which, this piece right here is going to get eaten up, honestly. It's not going to really show. All the eaten up. We have this that we can sew right here. Right here. Let's do that. Let's do that right there. So I always have different scrap patchwork colors going on. And they're all kind of different. I've been trying to do different ones. This will be a different one for sure. Just cut that like that, and that'll be interesting. Little patch right there. Let's see what else we can do. We got this right here. Let's sew this on. Let's see. Here, and then it'll give us that. Let's small that. Let's sew it from here to here. Kelly, hi Kelly, how are you? Let's cut off the excess here. We'll iron this. Okay. Pull this out. That could go cute there. I'm gonna iron. I'm gonna sew that together. Put this here in the middle. I'm gonna try and get all that pretty print. Haven't been able to catch a live in forever. It happens. All right, that's funky. I have this like uncomfortable pain about 6 inches to the left of my belly button. I don't know exactly what it could be. Just this really weird, dull pain. Okay, now we got that. Okay, let's see if we can fit this anywhere. It could be added there. It could. It's too many light fabrics, though. I guess it's okay. No, those two are the same fabric, so we can't do that. We will keep working here because again, I want to get different fabrics. So this is an ongoing project. This is not something I'm going to get done today, but that's okay too. Don't mind that. We are getting it started, We're getting it started, and that is also the fun part. That's also what makes this fun. Again, ongoing project. Definitely ongoing project. One of my little scraps here. Okay. Let's see what could we match with that. This and this could go together somehow. I'm gonna cut off some stuff at some point, but this could work together. Up. I really have to buy light white patterned fabric. I don't have any. And for the one project I'm thinking about doing, it needs so I will have to go to the thrift shop and see what. I really don't buy those kind of colors, just like very neat pattern. I go for the bright floral patterns. Okay. Now we know what to look out for next time we go to the thrift shop. Meanwhile, I have to somehow, this lady's crazy. She cuts her fabric into 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5, or something like that. She cuts her scraps into squares. which sounds awesome, but also like so annoying at the same time. Sounds very annoying. We are working it. We are working it. Let's see what we can do. If I sew this to this, what might happen? I don't know. Let's see. And open. This is getting nice and long. We will try and get a little bit of a straight edge here. There we go. That is something, right? It's something. I think I'm going to sew that together. It's not exactly the same size, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, these seams are going to be a nightmare. Some go up, some go down. I'm going to try not to worry about it too much. Ooh, there it goes. Sewing through a lot of fabrics. My thread can't handle it. Try to see if I can get in here. Where did it already get caught? One second. I'm like, how long have I been here? You know, this could take up 5 hours to do. Again, this is why you kind of work on your scraps as you go along. If you can be so disciplined to get it done. I am apparently not disciplined enough to do it. Oh, this is going great. This piece right here is going wonderful. Let's get a straight edge here. And over here as well. Let's see if we can. And over here. Okay, we got something. We got something. It's coming together. It is coming together. Somehow, but it's gonna get there. Let's see. Let's just keep working on it. Let's just keep it on. This is so funky. Let's see. Did I already use up all my little pieces like this? Ooh, this could go cute together. Let's see. Slap that together. Let's see what we get. So, there's this one star design quilt I want to do, quilt pattern I want to do, but what I'm not understanding is it wants me, I need to like basically resize this pattern. So I only make covers, right? So they want to make a 12 by 12 block, but it's like, that's not going to work for my cover. So I need to try and figure out somehow if I can. I need to make them really small somehow. I don't even know how I'm going to do that, but I need to figure it out because I really want to do this cover design. It's so pretty. And like I said, it uses a bunch of scrap fabric in its design, so I'm like totally excited for it. So I can't wait to. That's also why I'm doing this here, because it would be nice to get that done. And like I said, it wants scrap fabric already made, basically already put together. Okay. Just trying to see what I get. I know in this amount of time there's not going to be much progress. But again, it's more about scrap management than finishing a whole project right now. My thread is getting on my nerves. Probably going to log off here soon. Scraps will be here next time I feel like working on my scraps. And hopefully by tomorrow, I can get back to the journal I was working on. I just wanted to do something else tonight. Something kind of fun that I have to think about, but I did end up thinking a lot. I did end up having to think a lot. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Look at this. Look at this mess here that I made. Trying to add things here. See how it goes. I'm going to work on this right here. That'll be interesting. Right sides together, of course. Not sewing correctly. It always sounds weird when it's not sewing correctly. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. My sewing machine is chewing up my thread, but again, this is not very good quality thread, so I'm not really surprised. It's fine. That's why I also haven't gone into actual quilting. I don't know what's the best thread for it. I know this thread I use for my junk journaling, so I really don't have to worry about it like going through the washing machine. But I know when you make blankets, all that stuff matters, and that's all different kind of supplies I would have to get. So I don't know, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Cut off the excess here. Iron this in. And here's where we decide how big this is going to be. I don't want it to be too big. Square off. Okay, you guys, I am done for today. And I've got a lot to do. Kind of a lot to do to get these done, but again, that's kind of the fun of it. It's to kind of keep continuously working on it. If that is your form of entertainment, which it is to me. It is a form of entertainment to me. Look at all these crazy little seams. Will I pick this up later? Probably. Anyways, you guys, I am done for today. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me. I will hopefully be doing something one day with these. So I don't know when, but it's a work in progress. But it was just fun to kind of put some fabrics together and see what happens, you know. And so thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And again, I've never done a quilt like this or a patchwork like this, all kind of weird and crooked and stuff. That's all very new to me, but it is a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will be seeing you tomorrow. Like I said, hopefully we'll be working on my other patchwork journals. I've just been doing patchwork journals and patchwork journals. It's my thing right now. So anyways, you guys, I hope everybody has a good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Come hang out with me. And if you haven't already, check out my Facebook group. Check out my shop for junk journal printables. The links are all down below. Thank you guys so much. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.